We're going to be learning now the Musaf for Parashat Nitzavim for Friday. המשקר כסיפור הדברים אשר שמע ומחליף מקצתם במתכוון ואין לו תועלת בשקרה ולא הפסד בזולתו. We're talking here about a person, a type of person who lies when he tells things that he has heard. He deliberately alters some of the facts, even though he gets no benefits from his lies, and there's no harm that is done to anyone. אבל כל משפטו מאהבתו שקר מדבר צדק סלע. But the reason why he does this, because he has a habit of, so he loves falsehood, he loves to change the true, details. He just does it because he's the type of a habitual liar. And he prefers that than speaking things that are true and right and righteousness. ופעמים שהוא בודה מליבו סיפור הדברים כולו. And sometimes he might fabricate a whole story that didn't even exist. והאיש הזה יקל עונשו מצד אחד, על כי אין הפסד לאיש בשקריו ופחזותו. Such a person, that person's punishment on one hand is lighter. Why? Because there's no loss to anyone. אבל גדול מאוד עונשו בעוז פניו ואהבת השקר. However, his punishment is very great. Why? Because of his brazenness and his love of falsehood. ויכבד עוונו כי אהבהו לבלתי תועלת. And his sin is severe. Why? Because he enjoys this kind of approach of lying, telling stories, being false, even though he has no benefit from it. אמר שלמה עליו השלום, יפיח כזבים עד שקר. Shlomo HaMelech says a person who says lies is a false witness. פירוש, אם תראה אדם אשר יפיח כזבים בשיחתו וסיפור דבריו, תדע כי תביאו המידה הזאת להעיד שקר באחיו. What he means that when you see a person that he's not truthful in his even conversation, even though it causes no harm to no one, he has no benefit from it. Such a person, you should know that eventually this will lead him to give false testimony against his brother. ולענות בו שרה אחרי אהבתו השקר, and even to speak things that are deviations from the truth against him. Why? On account of his love of falsehood. וזה החלק, כי תראו לקיום מצוות ודרישת טובה ושלום. But the sages permitted this type of little bit twisting the truth, sometimes. Why? For the sake of fulfilling the commandments to do shalom, for the sake of peace, being a favor in the sense that mishum darchei shalom, sometimes it's permitted. ואמרו כי מותר לשבח הכלה. He brings an example here. You're allowed to, it's permissible to praise the bride, לפני החתן, in front of the groom, ולאמור, and to say that the bride is na'ah v'chasuda, she's lovely, she's charming, she's pretty, even though if it's not totally so, but it's something that would be acceptable to do. Ve'amru, and they said, that's right. And that's why, you say it's not really a lie. It's actually, it's on the eye of the beholder. Yeah, but even if in your opinion, she's not really that way, but it's okay. They're already getting married. It's the day of the chuppah. It's okay to praise, to give a compliment. That has a good purpose to it. Not to say it with no purpose, to say lies with no purpose. Here, okay, and he brings another example. ואמרו, they said, מותר לשנות בדברי שלום. And it's permitted to twist the truth for the sake of peace. שנאמר, אביך ציווה לפני מותו לאמור, כה תאמרו ליוסף, אנא שנא וגומר. It brings an example from the brothers of Yosef that told Yosef, this is what father commanded. ויש אנשים יחליפו מקצת דברים אשר שמעו בלי דעת, כי לא שובתי ליבם לחקור בעת שומע, גם זאת מהרעה. He says there's another type of people that change when they tell a story or they quote someone, they're not exactly accurate. Why? Because they're not paying attention to be careful to quote exactly what was said, to pay attention and to be careful. ואמר שלמה עליו השלום ואיש שומע לנצח ידבר. A man who listens and pays attention attentively so that he will be able to quote it exactly, to be exactly what happened, such a person will speak forever. פירוש איש נותן לב לשמוע ולהבין עד תכונת הדברים אשר ידברו באוזניו למען יספר אותם על נכון ולא ימצא בפיו לשון תרמית לנצח ידבר. He says, we explained the pasuk that Shlomo HaMelech says here, that when a person is so careful to pay attention exactly how things were said, so that you would be able to quote them correctly, such a person will speak forever, which means ki ahu bnei adam yishmoa devarav, that other people would love to hear what he has to say. Velo amru lo le'olam lama tedaber devarecha. They will not stop him from speaking. Why? Because they know they can rely on his statements. He is truthful. He is careful. When he quotes something, he doesn't just do it anyway. He's very careful to repeat exactly how he was heard. So this Musar continues what we've been learning for the last couple of days, aspects of being truthful and careful with how we express ourselves, because what comes out from our mouth has a lot of importance, and we have to be very sort of like scrupulous with this aspect. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen, and Shabbat Shalom.